bro, he F5's MVP.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, all you had to do was gimmick one of those couches and send Omos down and let him put Lesnar through the couch.
Yeah.
Bro, stretcher Lesnar out.
We are seeing Brock Lesnar and Omos. It's rumored to be largely because, well, there's a couple things. We're talking about Brock Lesnar at another show, and you'll see some footage on that as far as him nixing a match. But rumored, the big rumor nowadays is that Vince McMahon is back in creative and booking matches for WrestleMania. And the proof is in the pudding. Why is the proof in the pudding? Because, ladies and gentlemen, we are getting Brock Lesnar versus Omos at WrestleMania. You and I both talked about that. As soon as we saw that match, we had some theories, but I think we both landed into this is clearly a sign that Vince McMahon is.
Yeah, that's
good.
Yeah, Doctor, that's got his name all over it.
Absolutely,
that's got his name. I wonder what. So I heard some rumbles too about Brock and Bray. What was Brock's issue? Do you know?
He just didn't want to work with him.
Too gimmicky, maybe.
Yeah, I can see that. You know, just it really seems as if Brock didn't want to go through all the hokiness, you know, and I actually theorized, actually speculated a theory of why Brock wanted to, Brock and Omos could be a thing, the reason why. And I actually was thinking about this on my show, and I said, I can see this. Brock is a business guy. He's a business, and I respect the heck out of that, actually. He's a clock in, clock out. I'm not a mark for the business. I appreciate people who have a passion for the business, but I appreciate people who make noise and have that presence without being, you know, so into the business. And Brock's, he's been like that. I appreciate the heck out of that, man.
Yeah.
And so what I can see, saying that, though, he has not won a match at WrestleMania in 5 years, Vince.
Wow, is that true? Wow, okay, yeah.
The last match he won was 34, was when we beat Roman in New Orleans, and I was there. He lost at 35 to Drew, COVID Mania. He lost at 36 against who did he lose? He lost at 36. I just did this on my show. He lost to Drew and the PC. And then 36, well, I was there. He lost to Seth. He lost to Seth in Jersey. That was 36. That's when Kofi won. He didn't appear in 37, and he lost last year to Roman. So he hasn't won a match. He hasn't won a match at WrestleMania since 2018. So it's been 5 years. So I can definitely see.
Like, I'm not even like, bro. We talked about this on the other show. Getting back to Lesnar and Omos. Bro, if you had some heat on these guys, like,
I agree.
Okay, like, yes. What, bro? The whole idea with the heel is you want to see a guy get his butt kicked.
Yep.
What has Almost done that I want to see him get his butt kicked? So this bro.
Yeah, exactly.
Come on, man. Like, so I'm not gonna pick on Vince, but I'm like, bro, you got to get some heat on the dude, bro.
100% agree with that, man. And the thing is, he's huge. You know what I mean? So it's one of those things that you can easily draw heat on Brock as far as, can you, like, give me something. Like, can you get him in an F5? Like it just makes perfect sense to draw something from him and saying, okay, give him he's been notorious for doing these string of beating job guys or very low card talent just to get pegged down by a big guy. Lost to Lashley at Mania last year. Lost to Strowman. That's been the thing for him.
Bro, we had the Chris, we had the Lizard Lounge all set up. Bro, he F5's MVP.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, all you had to do was gimmick one of those couches and send Omos down and let him put Lesnar through the couch.
Yeah.
Bro, stretcher Lesnar out.
Yeah.
I don't understand it, bro. You got we said the same thing with Theory and Cena. Yep. Bro, you gotta get heat on these guys, bro.
Yeah. And here's the thing, you didn't even have to. The transition from low blowing Bobby Lashley to Omos was so horrible. It was so bad, man. You could have easily there's angles that come from talk show segments all the time. Look at the barbershop, look at Brother Love, look at Paul Bearer. Like, there's so many angles that come from talk show segments.
The flower shop.
Flower shop. They're right. And it's like, there's so many. I mean, Piper's Pit, so many talk shows and wrestling over the past 40 years that angles have stemmed from. One of the most popular heel turns in pro wrestling history came from a talk segment, the barbershop. Yep. It goes over. What was it? Was it Brother Love? Oh man, who was it that's interviewed Hogan, and who was interviewing I think it was Jesse. Was it Jesse Ventura that was interviewing Hogan when Andre and Heenan came out? Who was that? Was it Jesse?
I thought that was in Piper's Pit. No,
it wasn't in Piper's Pit.
I don't know. I don't know that.
Yeah. Now I'm interested in knowing and finding out. For some reason, I thought it was Jesse Ventura for some reason.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I remember it, but I don't know what the setup was.
Yeah. I'll find out here. But you could have easily promoted Brock Lesnar's going to be here next week. To address. The reason why he low blowed Bobby Lashley, put him on a talk segment. People do that all the time over the past 40 years. Then you could have had Brock Lesnar explain why, and then MVP could have been, poking at him. Then he F5s MVP, and then Omos as his heavy comes out and lays him out. I mean, that would have been a much better setup than, oh, you're a coward by low blowing Bobby Lashley, but you're not going to do that against Omos. I challenge you to a WrestleMania. What?
You know what it is that blows me away? I swear, because, having been there during the Attitude Era, and I clearly know what the success of it was. Mm-hmm. Bro, when I'm watching these shows, I swear to God, it's like...
Oh, good trivia, Vince. It was Piper's Pit, man. Good job.
Yeah, see, I thought it's very nice.
Yeah, look at you. Look at you.
Bro, I swear to God, when I'm watching these shows, I constantly am asking myself this question with creative, with Vince. Vince is older now, bro, so he's probably forgotten. But, you got Pritchard there. I constantly ask myself, bro, do you guys not even know what brought you to the dance?
True.
Do you not even know what the formula was? It's either, bro, you don't know what that formula was that got you there, or you just don't know how to repeat it. Yeah. The formula is the same, bro. Nothing has changed.
Yeah.
Heat. Pay it off with the babyface victory, bro. Really?
That's 101, man. I mean, that's as pro wrestling 101 as you possibly can get, Vince.
Jeez, bro, come on, man.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. You are trying to reinvent a wheel that never needs to be reinvented.
Right.
You get the heat, the baby goes over.
Every movie, bro, babyface over. Heat, Drago, heat, Clubber Lang, heat.
Yes.
Apollo Creed, heat.
Joker, heat, over. Two-Face, heat.
Right. I mean, come on, man.
Yeah. You're doing your Batman series. I mean, you see it all the time.
Oh, my gosh. Heat. Pay it off. Boom.
Yeah. The villains get the heat, the babies pay it off. I mean, like that's just pro wrestling. And I say pro wrestling should be not as much as it used to be, but it should be a comic book come to life. That's what I say pro wrestling should be as far as stories.
Yep.
If I'm reading a comic book and I'm seeing the fight scene within the first 10 pages, why do I care about the next 40, or next 30? Like you're building up the story, and then you're having the payoff by having the fight scene at the end. You're even having the baby, have some moments where he's down, he gets beat up, and all of a sudden the villain's like, I finally got him. You know what I mean? All of a sudden, out of the dust, out of the shadows comes the heroic babyface coming back again. Go back and forth, boom, boom, boom. All of a sudden, pulls it off at the end. The town is saved.